All right, everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Noticing. To start us off today for the very first episode, we're going to start with media, and our very first company is Warner Brothers. So let's get into it. Warner Brothers is a publicly traded company with BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street holding majority shares. The CEO is David Zaslav, who comes from a Jewish family out of Brooklyn. He is a member of the executive committee of the USC Shoah Foundation, which is an organization dedicated to preserving the testimonies of Holocaust survivors. He is also a very outspoken member of the pro-Israel and Zionist community, and even wrote a memo about the dangers of anti-Semitism after October 7th, which, as we all know, was the Hamas attack on Israel. Warner Bros. Also owns other major media companies such as CNN, HBO, Discovery Network, which hosts the Discovery Channel, TBS, and TNT, which all contain cultural programming that highlights Jewish heritage, Israeli innovation, or Israel's historical significance, as well as Israel's right to defend itself. And all those companies have programs that promote various other things, such as pro-immigration and anti-white ideologies. Next up, we have Hollywood, and we're specifically going to be talking about Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg was one of the most influential and successful directors in the history of cinema. He is a Jewish man from Ohio, and his most famous film is Schindler's List, which is a movie about Jewish history and is a powerful statement against anti-Semitism and a tribute to the victims of the Holocaust. He's also been a vocal advocate for Holocaust remembrance and education, particularly through his Shoah Foundation, which he founded in 1994. This foundation works to record and preserve testimonies of Holocaust survivors, ensuring that history is never forgotten. He has visited Israel many times and has spoken about the deep emotional impact that the country has had on him. He's also been a very long-time supporter of the ADL, or the Anti-Defamation League, which is an organization that works to censor anti-Semitism in politics and media, among other things. He has also made major donations to the ADL and was honored by the ADL with their American Heritage Award in 1999 for his work in preserving Jewish history, particularly his creation of the Shoah Foundation. And finally, he's also been involved in fundraising and donations to political causes that support Israel, as well as many U.S. politicians that support Israel. Fuck me. Next up, we're moving on to the financial sector, and we're going to be talking about Bridgewater Associates, which is the #1 hedge fund in the United States, meaning it is the largest. So let's get into it. Bridgewater Associates has an estimated portfolio of about $22 billion with key investments in Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Tesla, as well as U.S. Treasury notes and bonds, and value commodities such as gold, oil, and other raw materials, amongst many other things. The CEO of Bridgewater, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, is Nir Bardia. I don't know, who is a Jewish man originally from Israel and has a background in the Israeli Defense Forces, also known as the IDF, where he served as an officer in a combat intelligence unit. So, kind of like Mossad. Also, he founded a military drone technology company before joining Bridgewater, and I'm not joking. He also served as an advisor to the Israeli mission to the United States. He's also a member of the Atlantic Council's International Advisory Board, which contributes to Israeli security and policy initiatives, and this is a quote, has consistently highlighted the strategic importance of the United States-Israel partnership. Through various publications and events, the Council has underscored the shared interests between the two nations in areas like defense cooperation, counterterrorism, and regional security. Yeah, so let's just move on. Moving on to big corporations. We're going to start off with BlackRock here. Most of you guys already know about BlackRock's bullshit, but we're going to really get into it here, so let's do it. BlackRock is the world's largest asset management firm, managing over $100 trillion in assets. BlackRock also collaborates with other asset management firms such as Vanguard and State Street, often referred to as the Big Three. They collectively manage a large portion of U.S. assets and hold majority voting power in nearly 90% of S&P 500 companies, which is fucking insane. The CEO of BlackRock is Larry Fink, who was born into a Jewish family in California. He has described his Jewish identity as central to his sense of responsibility and commitment to the community. He's also a very outspoken advocate for Israel. He founded the Fink Center for Judaic Studies at the University of Pennsylvania, reflecting his commitment to Jewish education and cultural preservation. He also donates to various other political groups that are dedicated to advancing pro-Israel policies, such as the United Jewish Appeal, the Jewish Theological Seminary, the Jewish Federations of North America, and the American Jewish Committee. And finally, in 2023, following Hamas's attacks on Israel, Fink held a town hall meeting for all BlackRock employees where he defended Israel and condemned hatred and bigotry towards the state of Israel and Jewish people. So yeah, that's who he is. And he is the CEO of the largest asset management company in the United States and in the world. So And last but not least, we're going to be moving on to individual donors, and we're going to be talking specifically about Miriam Adlesen, and those who know about her. So let's get into it. Miriam Adlesen is an Israeli-American physician, billionaire, and prominent conservative political donor. Forbes estimates her net worth at $31.4 billion. She contributed over $90 million to Trump's 2020 campaign and contributed $100 million to Trump's 2024 campaign. She also gave large sums of money to Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis for their 2024 campaigns after they visited her in Israel. Her philanthropic efforts include substantial donations to Jewish and Israeli causes, such as $500 million to the Birthright Israel program and $25 million to the Yad Vashem, which is Israel's Holocaust memorial. She has been a major donor to the Israeli American Council, contributing millions of dollars to support its initiatives, which are representing Israeli Americans and fostering strong ties between the United States and Israel. She also was an early supporter of AIPAC, or the American Israeli Public Affairs Committee, as well as Maccabee Task Force, which boycotts the BDS movement, or boycott, divestment, and sanctions against Israel on college campuses because of its conduct in Gaza. So yeah, that's her. Lovely lady there.